Hi there again. This is Mojo Dallas with update on Poser's Unreal Portal. This is version 1.3 from the latest sprint. So I did a number of things, a lot of them content related, and we'll get through these pretty quick. First thing I did though was nothing to do with the game, but I made myself a logo because every studio needs a logo. The thing, even though it's not directly game related, I didn't do this in Photoshop. What I really did is I built that logo in Unreal Engine. So it shows you another some of the capabilities of things you can do in Unreal Engine. So I could have that as a level. You could actually have maybe a little character and walk around the Mojo Dallas logo lighting up like that. Anyway, this is again the Unreal Engine Poser Unreal Portal, and you're all familiar with kind of the scene. This is my kind of my standard default scene where you've seen a lot of the other video stuff, and so we'll go ahead and start the game. It'll take a sec for it to go ahead and fire off. I guess I didn't hit play. The things I worked on this week were primarily character related. I took a different approach to the way that clothes worked. If you remember last time in clothes, I was able to change colors of a shirt, and that was the example by changing the UV map, and I thought that's pretty lame. So what I did is I went ahead and made it so it really switches out meshes just like it does in Poser. So you can take your character and change clothes. So if we go ahead and go into the game here, I'll go ahead and bring up the number of characters. Before I go ahead and show you the clothes, I'm going to go ahead and show you, I did bring in a number of characters. I had to change the way the characters worked because of the clothes. So if we look in, I brought these characters in. I brought the Ryan base character. So here's Ryan cargo shorts. I've got Allison and her morphs in. There's Allison and Alicia, Azumi, Maria. So it shows you can bring in the different morphs fairly easily. And here's Ryan casual, just wearing some different clothes. Got shorter hair. Got Marcus and Diego. Oh, Diego's got a poke through. Which you'll find again as a challenge, just like it is in Poser. I may try to clean that up. So I'll try to clean it up, but it will address that maybe inside of Unreal Engine too. Tomo. So I did go ahead and add the characters. So, and if I go back to Ryan, then I'll kind of show some changes you can make with clothes. Clothes are props now. So you'll see all the normal props here, and you'll see some clothes that will fit Ryan. Just the clothes that will fit Ryan will show up. Now, my next sprint is all about inventory. This is all about characters. The next one's all about inventory. So this will look quite a bit different, the inventory menu on the right hand side of the libraries. And it'll include folders to be able to organize this stuff a lot better. This was fine to get started, but pretty quickly I'm going to overwhelm my ability to find anything inside of the libraries folder, much like Poser. So I changed his clothes there. If you notice, I went ahead and changed him to a tank top. And I could change, his, put him in some capris. men capris, oh boy. Change his shoes and so on. So it's just like in Poser where you can change the clothes. And as I showed, you just saw those clothes which just belonged to Ryan and the male characters. If we're looking to bring up Allison and go look at props, you'll see the clothes are just Allison's clothes. I mean, they're female clothes, so I could change her, to that jacket that Alicia was wearing, or a leotard, so on. Change the maybe to some shorts, with her, or capris, or so on. Now the other thing about that, change your shoes to maybe some tennis shoes. The thing you can do is this is one piece of clothing at a time. These can be whole outfits the way it's programmed. So I could just click on this and could change it to all the clothes you're seeing here with one click instead of the three. So that kind of covers clothes and it covers the logo and the new characters. So the other thing that I worked on, we'll go ahead and get rid of this, is associated with animations. Again, this is a game, and the key thing about the game that makes this different is animations will become a much bigger part of what you're doing with the Poser characters. And if we look in here, this is I'm in a piece of the Unreal Engine development software that you'd be utilizing if you were going ahead and actually building the game. And I went ahead and went to the Carnegie Mellon University 7 or 8 years ago. What they did is they did a human motion study, and what they did is paid a bunch of students to go ahead and do motion capture, and there's about 2,500 animations, detail animations they did that in their own format. And what I did is I went ahead and wrote some programming and also used Motion Builder by Autodesk and converted these Carnegie Mellon University animations into something you can first to BVHs, and then from BVHs I went ahead and converted them to FBXs with the right bone skeleton that would work with the Poser skeleton inside of the game. So there's quite a bit of moving parts to it, and quite a bit of figuring out how to go do it, plus just the general fact that there are so many of these. This took about a week of my time to get this figured out and done. Right now what we're seeing right now is just a normal one you see when you're in the game, where you can change the speed. This is called a blended space, which you could do with these other animations as well. On the right hand side you'll see all the animations, and like I said, there's page after page after page after page. That's why I wanted to show you in this one rather than trying to show it to you in the game. Now, if you look on as I hover over, it will show you a real thumbnail version of what the animation's going to go look like. There's a walk on and so on. So some sword play. So if you click on it, though, if you double click on it, you can see it in the menu. Of course, it just doesn't hold anything. You also see here the hands aren't quite right. I'm going to be adding a feature in the coming sprints where there'll be another animation layer that'll just be for hands, so you can go ahead and change it to grasp and so on inside of the game. So as you looked at it, like I say, he's going to do a nice little dance. And again, it's as good as the animation was in playing some basketball, doing some walking. There's a lot of them. The famous mummy walk. Here's your zombie in your game. There's again 2,500 of them. So the biggest problem with this, for the most part, is looking through these and deciding which ones you want. Interesting ones. There's some more interesting than others. Pick a soccer ball. So on. Oh, no one's just laughing. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, so that's what I did. Got a lot of animations here that'll be available in the game. And one of the ways this will work in the game is you'll be able to just click on in the poses like I've shown you before to change the animations, but you'll also be able to set up shortcut keys. So as you walk around your area, you can just hit a shortcut key to go ahead and jump into the animation. That's in the future sprint as well. So that's what we did this week. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.